Okay, today we're going to be doing number 12 of Zen of the Pen, creating hinged curves. To start off with, we're going to put an anchor point in each of the creases here, and we're going to create the hinged curve from there. So to start off with, first of all, you read the directions. Create hinged curves. Click and drag the first curve, then without releasing the mouse button, hold the Alt key, and then pull the handle in a new direction. So I'm going to show you that right now. So I'm going to click and drag up to start off with. Click and drag up. Hold on. There we go. And then I'm going to click and drag down. And then I'm going to hold down Alt and watch what I can do. From there, it acts as the convert anchor point tool. So basically, as you are creating the create anchor point tool shows up. See, I've got the pen tool right now, but if I press Alt, which I'm doing right now, it's the convert anchor point tool, which makes, breaks, and creates curves. Remember that. The convert anchor point tool makes, breaks, and creates curves. But it can only be done when you've already created the point. You have to create the anchor point first, then you can use the convert anchor point tool to convert it to whatever you want, like a hinged curve, which has a curve going into a different direction. When the handles are together, like now, it's called a smooth curve point versus a hinged curve point. Now, this is important. Right at the end, it says to close an object with a hinged curve, hold down the Alt key while you click and drag the first point. So I'm going to go to the first point. I'm going to hold down the Alt key and then click and drag, and then it won't convert this back to a smooth point. If I didn't do that, it would be, let me just go back one. I think pressing backspace, or excuse me, Control Z once will help me. Okay, so if I just clicked and dragged, see, it makes a smooth point here versus a hinged point. So you have to kind of do it. It's a subtle yet difficult move. And actually, I'm just going to use my white arrow like I'm supposed to and fix all these. Click in between the 2 points and then create or tweak those handles so that the curve follows that dotted line. What you're going to do is, this is what I'm going to be grading you on, that you have just 2 points in between here, just a point in the curve, or excuse me, in the creases, and that you can manipulate the points after the fact, which is what you're going to have to do in Illustrator. After you draw a point, you go back in there and you kind of make that curve fit your path, how you want it to go. Great. Okay, and then you continue to do that. File, save as. When you're done with it, file, save as. Last name, first initial, Zen of the Pen, 1112. That's these two numbers, and you save it to your work folder. From your work folder, then you would copy and paste it into the turn-in folder.